Alright, Heretics on defense, G2 on attack, and this is Heretics map. We get 4 classic armors and a sheriff, and go straight up
lighting
B.
the world on fire, and that's just such an apt way to describe it. We'll see how things play out. G2 starting off on the attacking side, a little bit of a lean towards mid early on, and there is some defensive presence already, courtesy of Riant and Patty Tech.
And this fault line could be disaster for G2, and it's all off of Patty-Tech's first info, but
Early camera's pretty nice here as well. Like this early camera, the later the time gets, once they take over towards A, might be able to pivot the rays over.
Albeit slight, but a timing window that they could hit.
They keep the killjoy here, so the pivot over towards B is looking still likely for a split.
What's happening on the other side, because they didn't have any presence here at the beginning. They've spotted Boo, a little bit of a jump spot.
They're so slow, G2 right now. They're really letting it cook. And
Reigns has held out this util the whole time. I know the second he takes it away, we see. Oh, okay.
Having to dance around that early bit of
Got 4 people B. Oh, we got 9 people dueling here. That stun is incredible.
There they are on the swing. A 1-for-1 is traded. Patty managing to get both and stay alive for now. But it's an overwhelming flood from G2. Meanwhile,
massive duel from Leaf.
Strikes when the moment is right.
That was huge in the end.
This entire round, and he closes
Shots,
it out.
man. Yeah, Leaf did great on this, just holding here the whole time. If they're celebrating no plan, I think it wouldn't have happened anyway.
I mean, it was a perfect setup.
I mean, it was a nice setup from Heretics. To be honest, we had 4 people here. It's just
at the very beginning. That crunch call was perfect.
Maybe they should have got more from the stun. That was about it.
First contact there that entire time to get the info on where the players are on that B site, and that opened up the window of opportunity after G2 feinted that A site. They opened the door, sent the Fade Prowler in there, and split B. It really caught Team Heretics off guard in the middle of their rotations. And Patty-Tech, I mean, he almost brought it back, and he's been great so far.
The game has been brought back. We're already into the next round. Heretics with a couple of sheriffs to their name. And a triple stack A. And of course, that's where G2's headed.
And this is very similar to last round. So conditioning, again, towards the A. This time, though, to change the pace. It's faster. They have better guns. Why not take the space aggressively?
And Leaf is not nearly as far up.
Deep pass and hold on site.
He's going to be controlling that link flank. Meanwhile,
Phase nade, Omen flash, stun.
But again, this is where the majority of the stack is. If they can avoid disaster, if they can avoid some of these messy rounds, they should be okay.
Oh man, look at some of the HPs.
Looks like they're only going to lose one, or at least have only
okay,
lost
it's all
one
good.
So far. I see with
a little bit close.
3 so far, and that's all it'll be. Big frags for the youngster. Getting his confidence, getting his frag going online is big for G2 early on.
And he's so close to that showstopper already. And I do like that he got these 2 kills on the entry.
And they got a good bonus, and I mean this Razor is happening either this round or the next round. The big buy round after the bonus, they're gonna have it all to be a difference.
Out of this world, right?
Yeah, he was absolutely insane.
It will be complete light armor buy here from the side of Heretics, and Leaf, I mean, him and the Outlaw are like twins at this point, and this could be a deadly thorn for Team Heretics.
A little bit of a peek C. There may be a challenge. You just heard that first shot rattle off. No damage dealt, but presence made.
They hear this guy close.
Pressure felt.
There.
So early A control,
Pressure for
the Heretics.
G2
One person just holding this info the whole time.
The fault line came from the A side of the map.
Only to break some trips.
From that tree area.
Doesn't break any of them.
It's wise of G2 to double back and re-clear that info. A lot of teams like to throw the breach stun and then head another way.
Leaf has made a fair amount of noise C,
but fire's pretty good here.
Biting on this. There are still 2 members from the Heretics defense that are playing A.
Look at how G2 are baiting out all this utility.
Yeah, they get a good amount of util out of that. They realize that 2 people are holding, so that one of these sites is going to be weak.
They're going to have the advantage when it comes to an actual site.
Right up over towards C. See what Benji can do. He's normally been one of the better anchors.
It was a trip that Leaf tried clearing out earlier. He threw a nano out and wasn't able to clear that trip out. Finally falls. There's the cam that he was looking for as well.
They get so much info. Rotate goes in. I'm pretty sure the camera saw 4. That's why I see 3 people here, and they want to try force. The pivot over towards B is definitely doable. We got no Probably shot, man. I'm gonna say no nade for this.
Woot's able to get the first with a paranoia in his face. Tries to catch a spam on the second. Heretic not able to connect either. The eye goes up. The kills go
Look
through.
at the flashes.
They all fall.
That was nice.
Great round from Heretics.
That was really, really nice.
Yeah, and G2 did a really good job of
You guys have
all the rotations
I'm not even sure you'll be able to talk about this. You can be
came
pretty
down to
rough
that 1v1
because you don't have the
with
Viper
Jonah
wall
P
over
against
towards
Woot.
B. Do you
And
have like
that kill
more
opened up the
protocols
retake and the
for
flood
retake or
Heretics to
holding B?
take that B site, and you just saw Rian's just chucking flashes, all his breach utility in there. This is what opened up the entire moment for the retake. And
okay, yeah. I'm trying to think of how you can answer that without giving away too much.
Onto Woot, the site is entirely free. They're able to waltz.
But it's something you guys have talked about, I guess. Like the weaknesses of what happens because you don't have a Viper.
With this C default.
Yeah, we have talked about it. At the same time, it's like it's a small problem, but I don't think we see it as a wow. Like it's something we need to fully
That's the second time there that Leaf
change something to account for. Like we might have to have someone watching it a bit more. We might have to kind of be a bit more cautious in our rotations or change rotation patterns. But yeah,
okay,
we're prepared for it.
Yeah.
Doesn't like what he's seeing. That wall goes up. He might have to fall back or he could get punished here. He's way too close.
Yeah, he's playing a dangerous game. The paranoia, the dog, he's able to TP away.
They probably get a Razor out of him for nothing, but this is going to be a free site. This is the ult that we said they would give them an advantage.
Woot's timing is really nice here, but he's got a couple of
Bro, he's a lunatic going back for another shot there.
Now all attention A.
Jonah P may have taken out the last round, but he got it this time. And now they freeze off
Yeah,
of
they
that.
have some good map control. They freeze just in case they want to fast floods. Nothing happens. Ever goes in, nothing to combo it with.
No real punish. Because they're going to attempt to flood down numbers, but instantly equalized.
The big arm on blind, yeah.
Got to keep a close eye on Icy on the minimap. As Benji Fishy goes in towards heaven, Icy's waiting for his moment to strike. The timing is great
it
for
really
him.
was a big omen
A
flash.
lot of damage here, but Heretics picking
Still,
up
there's a bit of a crossfire here. Oh, there goes the crossfire.
Icy now, and he's
That
just
was
gonna get
pretty-
dropped.
that was
Spam
pretty
through the
nice.
smokes, overwhelmed and done.
I thought for a second
Watching yesterday's
Heretics
game was
were
fine.
gonna
Watching
miss
this
that
game, I
raise
am.
it because that
No, this-
I'm sweating.
so
Yeah.
much value on that back side of A. Two players got stuck in there. A raise nade would have killed everybody, but unfortunately, Jonah P took Woot out early on. But
That was an impressive retake. The util was good. The Tether breach damage to force them out into the open. This Omen flash was like honestly the big thing. This from here gets like this is a nice Omen flash. Gets all the default, gets all of tree as well. I say all of tree, but anyone that's like gonna be facing the angle.
Great response from Heretics. You're right. They were really patient on that retake.
What the hell is that? Okay, force them down to an eco. Yeah, this Omen flash like that, it's nice. Gets people. It literally hits everyone like in the angles they would be facing back a sight. And we're seeing a lot of teams at the moment try and heavy hold this. Because teams basically know if someone gets to the hero pause, which is basically here, right? This is the high priority spot in after plants, just underneath heaven. Teams get here and your after plant is like the chances of winning the after plant is so much higher. You can hold on to all of this, then a lot of the times you're gonna win the retake. So I like that Heretics are on top of that as well.
Cam goes up.
Double stinger.
4 of them spotted, and
Next Byron could be a little bit nuts with all the
that will
ults.
cause some problems as Woot
This is very
able to
bold
so
against
much
an
space
eco.
across
So
the
bold,
map.
I
Yes,
kind of
understand
hate
the
it.
rotations are coming through. Here's the footsteps.
Yeah, I
3
hate everything
spotted,
about
none
that.
Found.
There.
What a wide swing there from Valen. Understanding that his teammates took a couple footsteps, somebody could be there. He has to be that leader for his team and go wide. Breaking the crosshair of Woot. And that's so rare to do because that guy was going nuclear yesterday.
Yeah, he needs to relax a bit though. Like the duel over towards the duel over towards Hobbit was not good, and this duel was like way worse, really bad. Like kind of cost them the round.
A rifle now in hand and B wide open.
What a great call.
And in my mind, it's hard to retake B without the wall. So let's see how they handle it.
Down yet though, and this gives Heretics a little bit more time to potentially flood in. But the patience.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Rian's used his fall line there instead of using it for a retake flood. Either way, not going to be on the cards, at least for the next couple of seconds. 2 members of G2 playing in the smokes, waiting for the right time to flood out from heaven. And look at the hell beneath them.
Who is just playing crazy
4 of
late?
5 members playing close to sight. Icy.
They both brought out the shorty for it.
Benji Fishy trying to hit a clip. Almost does. Rian's now with Rolling Thunder, 56 HP in a 1v2.
That was a
Remember,
big,
Fallon
costly
with the
mistake, man.
superior weaponry.
Yeah, that was a big, costly mistake. I'd be tempted to call a timeout here and just tell Woot to chill out a little bit.
What an amazing round called by Valen there. And he stepped up for his team and also took 3 players out. I mean, they started with C, go all the way back to A, and then pivot to B.
You know what left like, because a coach don't use leaking.
Oh, bro. This
So
one is
massive.
devastating.
To get that kill, it
Doesn't
opened
need
up
to
the
happen.
opportunity,
It
opened up
doesn't
the
need to
entire
happen on
map
this.
for them to just finesse around. And the post plant for G2, yeah, they had bad guns, but they were trading back and forth, ping-ponging. It was a beautiful round, a beautiful post plant. That being said, Heretics now have 3 ultimates online. Let's see what they can cook up with them in this round.
Arnie got pretty good after that. 2 people to pick up gun upgrades as well.
Alongside those 3 rifles.
Calmecta with the tier 1. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
They haven't seen a fault line out yet. So they're just very wary of a trap, maybe towards that C. We saw the
The
one
door opens into stun, and then the guy in theory will be out in the open. It's just the fact there might be a lot of people here. 1 away from Leaf's ult, so that's probably what they're going to be getting with this one.
Even if G2 decide
Do they want to raise ult? Anything like that? Oh, that's a nice kill. Oh my god.
Oh, he's got his ult online, and it is triggered. Oh my gosh.
Damn, he did great. And Benji got the kill over towards site as well. That was an unbelievable ult. It was an unbelievable ult.
Positively surprised.
That was a nice ult. That was a nice ult. Holy. Can be any better.
They did such a good job.
Would have rather used his ult though instead of just swinging, but
not using that fault
the whole
line.
the whole setup here. Nope, you don't want to say that one. Don't worry.
And he's cheating over towards the C side of the
Yeah,
map.
I didn't ask you anything. It's all good.
Once that door is tapped and then gets the breach off, it's just all she wrote from that point on.
if you ask me a question, if I just say like I've never seen this before, and then
Yeah, I mean you
fine.
could.
Just
Yeah, you
gave them
can.
all the info they needed to in order to make that play. And that's going to be a timeout for the side of G2. Josh, not liking what they've seen so far.
Yeah, I want to ask so many questions, but I don't want to give away stuff for future games that they have. And like obviously he doesn't as well, so they're pointless questions. It's so pointless, but I have so many questions.
And what a showing so far from the rookie of Icy. It's his 2nd international match, and he's at the top of the leaderboard.
Who's in the call? For people that are new, it's Weber, so it's assistant
Everybody from
coach
G2 is gonna
of
have to
Heretics.
Step it up and match Icy's
Not in
pace
China
right
for this
now.
one.
If they want to take out
What are you happy with on defense on
powerhouse
Lotus?
team of Heretics who just seem
I think it's very, very comp
honeymoon
dependent.
face.
But like, say you're playing like normal comp, you're playing against a Fnatic comp.
4
Like
ults
I
on the
would
side of
want
the attack.
6 on
They
defense
don't really
against
have the
it.
weapons to go with it.
Okay.
But they can.
Just because I think I think it's a little bit better on defense than some of the
And
other
you look
comp.
from the side of Heretics, this time the breach starting on
Apart from like the
C,
chamber comp,
side of the
then
map.
I feel like
Woot's over there too.
he
with his
needs a
ult
lot.
online.
The chamber comp kind of sucks
The
on
problem
attack a
is,
little
no
bit.
one from G2 is
It
on this
does,
side of
yeah.
the map, so if a fault line is invested, they're not going to
I
know.
mean, we
if
played
this
so much
is fair.
Lotus that I'm honestly happy with 3 at this point.
All over it.
But it's looking good. It's looking good.
They
Yeah.
don't know any of this
Like that.
information. Look at how aggressive Heretics are.
The problem is they're so far away. If G2 strike fast, they're not
Oh,
gonna
these
be able
guys
to
on
get
site
enough
are
time
so
to
wrecked.
The tether.
I like the double cage though. It's like king
Paranoia's
cages to
ult used.
block back a site,
has
and they
arrived.
held
This
the
is something
original
we know
push
that they
that
like
might
to
have
do,
gone
though,
onto
like they
site.
like to
there.
pivot from A to B so quickly as soon as they feel like they can't execute.
Interesting.
Icy inserted.
This breach utility so far from Rians has been so
Oh,
good.
leave C, chat.
With that aftershock going down, though, that opens up the opportunity for this Killjoy ult.
That's just gonna slow things down for just a moment. Remember, Icy is still inserted, but Boo was looking towards stairs the last time he tried peeking over here. He may be aware as to what's going on. Meanwhile, the pit invested the flood out. Boo finds Trent.
Damn, and Benji got the most important kill on the guy close that could have got a 2K. Yeah, Benji's getting not many kills, but they're very important. Twice now. Guy back of sight, round before. Guy close. This one.
And no real way to find space on the site. No satchels, every single crosshair trained on this doorway.
And a shorty.
There's no shot.
Oh, Wu just jump spotted him on top of it.
Okay, nice
Rians
round
will
from
be the
them.
one to clean up the round. And he's doing such a good job so far on this defensive side. G2 wanted to commit to that A hit, but that fault line on the rotation just stunned all of that A lane. And
Firing squad. Do you know what's impressive as well about all this is just like no. Yeah, this kill, that kill was huge. Benji's the savior now. That was a big kill.
Yeah.
Keeps getting big kills.
They've been taking their time the last couple rounds. This time they're able to flood in with that showstopper. And it's just
they left C as well. Like, I'm not gonna ask Weber about it, but I don't know if they take A heavy or they have something. Maybe it's like an eco thing as well. I've never seen. Well, you only really leave this if you have like a good read.
Sees Nate not gonna connect. Rian's invested his fault line early as well.
Heretics right now are using a lot of utility very early on. So if I'm the side of G2, I want to maybe bait out even more utility.
Okay, I see one away from his ult, so this could be pretty easy in terms of the call. Or fade ult as well.
To hold.
Yeah, you just have to guess which site. It has to be the right one.
Yeah, nice flash.
They've gotten past this one already. You see Trent.
Does anyone shoot this fade eye?
Rians has a flash for Boo here.
Gets hit by it, but the stun goes in that forces him back through the one way. They know that there's two people here. Do they just take that info and run with it?
Forcing G2 to potentially reconsider.
Wait, that's a little bait.
Oh man, the Tether still had the little, what, I don't know what to call it, a little string attached to it, so they still thought he was up here.
But that Omen TP.
And Leaf gets spotted on the luck as well. Got 30 seconds, 3 people over towards A. That's a good fake right now, but how aware is Boo? And Rians doesn't rotate.
Leaf gets a second while they're trying to contact out, but Boo's spotting it all. Only one found.
Great Omen flash.
Another fault line.
Yeah, and they got breach damage to stop the plant, breach util to stop the plant.
They've got him surrounded, attention divided.
Oh, oversteps.
3 members of the defense.
Icy with that gets ult.
They have to fight Boo here and treat
Oh,
with
that
the
was a
flash
massive
misses.
kill.
It doesn't matter.
That's a giant kill, and he has ult.
A tap of the door, 2v2, Icy with ult online. Valent has this as well.
One enemy remaining.
Patatech will fall. And there's the ult. Rians was so
Lovely in the end. Valent hit the most important kill right over towards here. I like the fact that Heretics didn't overheat when they were planting, but yeah, it all came down to that. Maybe he had to leave tree and play with his team. I don't really know. It's a hard call to make.
With the brains of G2 and Valent, but in this round, Valent steps it up huge with his mechanics, getting trades onto the site.
Oh, and also Leaf getting the 2 openers on the other side of the map.
Yeah,
created that window.
Leaf did incredible.
It was very nicely done.
I have to point out, though, that even though Leaf got 2 kills on the C side of the map, Rians didn't take the bait, and he was doubling back and forth, seeing if there was going to be a lurk at A. So the prep for Heretics
the money?
right now has been really good on this map.
Oh, Benji gets an op out.
And that's a part of the prep. They understand.
Wait, chat, have we ever seen Benji get an op out before this game on this map?
He jump spots it. He does this a lot in North American Valorant.
They have crosshairs
on attack? Not on defense though, right?
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Not on defense.
And now G2 forced to reach deep into that playbook.
Think he did it against Fnatic on defense?
The 5v2 here are gonna have to do with the trips. The op is somehow rotated back. Cage triggered. With another opportunity to deal damage.
You expect an Cypher to op though? That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's not in the prep, then you're gonna like be swinging these kind of angles a bit more freer. But obviously, if you do prep and you know that sometimes people have an op, then obviously you're gonna already free. You're gonna just jiggle the angle or not even peek the angle without util for smoke.
And the money's a little spotty too.
Yeah. And you're definitely going to see Rians and Patty Tech wanting to hunt, wanting to try to get these guns out because they're coming close to their ults. I mean, even if they die, they're only going to be 2 off.
Oh, this is going to be hard for G2. This is a big round to lose, especially if they don't manage to save any of these guns.
Oh, they're totally pinched here.
Paranoia is not going to connect.
Flash goes in, but they kind of know the Omen. Oh, where do you guys think the flash came from?
1 for 1. 4 on the other side, and the weapons will not be saved.
Giant.
Got scrappy there, but the job was done.
They didn't have vision of the flash.
Or maybe a little bit of a scrappy buy now. What a shot. That was clean.
Even that high-low as they're staring down B.
Whoa, that's a pre-fire. That's a straight up pre-fire.
That was so sick from Benji. And it's the initiators from the side of Heretics that are really coming up huge here for their team. Patty sitting at 10, Rian sitting at 9.
1 round separating these 2 teams, and 2 rifles in the hands of the attack. Meanwhile, for Heretics, guns, utility
around the corner again.
Who has been playing this side of the
Whoa.
map so good?
Lunatic, man. I wonder how many came up on the minimap. He at least had 2 people shoot at the same time. Smoke goes in. That's a committed smoke now because obviously Viper buff, so this smoke's here for the whole time.
This time he's alone again, but he knows his timing's down packed. He knows that when there's
Did I say Viper buff or Viper nerf? Said Viper buff, right? Yeah, we'll call that a Viper nerf. I mean, the Molly kind of got buffed, but yeah, there's less of them.
G2 are back to their
Enough.
misdirecting ways. The jump spot A caused rotations back over, and then they went back C and cleared the trip. Or the cam,
Good little jiggle on top of that.
Anyway,
Oh!
in his face, and he connects with 2. It's another slaughter.
Benji Opper, man.
Icy again left
Been bringing it out.
Of a 1v5.
Have you guys used it on defense before? Op on Benji?
Yeah, on Benji a couple of times. Definitely in Prac. I don't know how much it was seen in officials.
Yeah, I was trying to have that conversation with chat.
Usually he's not the one that's last alive in a lot of
But
these
it's like,
rounds that GT plays.
even though Minibu is obviously our duelist, like he's probably the person that warps the least in our team.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's baiting out
It's just nice to bring out every so
He's doing
often.
all he can in these moments.
It's a pure
But it's all
pure read as well against these guys.
With
Oh, really?
Huge round with that Cypher
Yeah.
operator.
Yeah, he gets his 1 right here, and then when the paranoia connects, he collapses. That's brutal.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that G2... Okay, now they're going to do it. Take the words out of my mouth. They should be doing their C control, to be honest.
Default space early on, and they're not pressuring
Yeah,
anything. They like to commit to like a B split. And that's
It's so easy to push a Cypher AWP off the angle on C and...
Trying to hit that broken door area.
Dude, this round is going to be mental, chat. Everyone is 1 away from ults. Like, all of the big ults. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Want to go fast with this one. Who picks up the... Okay, Omen ult to the back of site. Nothing crazy. Have full side control. Viper's here late. And who wants to plant? Because there's so many people. Like, if Icy gets the plant, he gets his ult. Icy Spike does try and plant. Does he get ever combo?
Potentially delay the bomb just inevitably. Yeah, the nade delays. Now it's going to be the breach sees.
Oh, they don't want to let him plant. Yeah, they don't want to let him get Razor.
Whoa! On top of them. Heretics once again.
Okay, that was legit, man. Fair play.
These retakes have been so overwhelming.
Damn, that was cool. Don't let him plant to get the Razor and absolutely sent it. Bro got a flying kill. Bro got a full flying kill.
G2 are not able to weather the storm there. They did a really good job.
That
of
Omen
tapping
flash
the
was
bomb,
great.
getting that raised nade out. But then the flood.
Bro, look at the... Oh, man, the cages as well. That's so sick.
Fly over and be uncontested there. I mean, he has breach flashes setting him up. On top of that, he's able to duck on somebody.
Just made it look easy. The last round of the half will not have a great buy for G2, and now you've got to deal with Odin spam on the other side and an eye to set everything up. Wasn't able to connect and find a kill with it.
These fault lines, Doug.
They're so miserable to play against. Oh, he does get a kill with the rocket, but there it is. Now Rolling Thunder invested.
Is anything from that? Don't think so. They still have Fatal back of sight. Can he get anything from that? I've isolated one.
He just had that up.
Yeah. There's so much utility.
There is so much utility. Oh! Dude, the breach damage into the flash. Dude, the breach stuff is nice. Breach util is so good right now.
It was like a blink of an eye. And
the thing is, Enes is probably, Riens is probably like one of the best breach players. Like, honestly, he begs to play it on pretty much every single match.
Oh, he wants to play it, yeah.
Yeah, he loves it.
Oh, they're the best, man. Breach players that want to play breach.
They're forcing them into
the breach
I think we
damage
played
into
a
the
stream the
flash.
other day on Lotus, and he had like 26 assists on
They get pounced on.
the
Really?
game. Yeah.
4 rounds to close out the half.
Insane.
An
Pixlet, thank you so much, man.
unbelievable
Thank you for the
performance
7
from Heretics
months.
so far.
Appreciate the Prime as well.
And Trent right now.
He's had a rough half. We're actually going to pop over to the Omen player moment and take a listen to Valen and see what he has to say here at halftime.
Well, 8 feels pretty good.
I'm incredibly happy with
What's
it.
up, guys? I'm Valen, and I'm the in-game leader for G2 Esports. First win,
I
obviously.
mean, I kind of feel it there where like
international stage,
I don't see
and
the.
it's very relief.
Maybe it's just like a
because
stylistic
that
thing
was one
from
of the hardest
G2, but I don't
matches
see
feel
the
like I've
purpose
played
of
in
having a
a long
Viper
time.
right
They were
now.
kind of
But for them,
mechanically
like on their attack,
diffing us
the way they're
most of the
playing it
game,
against,
and for us
maybe
to
it's
be
just
able to
how we're
close that
playing
and
it, but
actually
like
win, even with,
the Viper just
I would
seems.
say mid performances from most of us, except Leaf was obviously incredible today, but I know we can perform way better, and we still won today, so it feels good.
He's already used here in this series, but I mean, Hunter's Fury.
Hammer Beef with the tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Welcome into the Slug Club.
3 more.
8 without pistol, yeah, it was a very dominant half.
Saya tries to go for the challenge, but he cannot.
I mean, we just have a great dynamic on the team, so it helps make my life easy, and regardless of the situation at hand, we're able to kind of bounce back. I would say, honestly, this hasn't always been our identity. I think the turning point for us was our regional game versus Loud to qualify for playoffs. We got dominated, and vibes, in all honesty, were terrible.
Coaches get stoked
People
during
were just
halftime?
mad,
Yes.
nervous, couldn't bounce
Yep.
back from
Right now, the
anything.
coaches can.
And so this match just proved that we can do a complete 180 even on a bigger scale. So it gives me a lot of confidence going into these
Curious
next
with the
matches
Prime as well.
that
Thank you
we're
so much
gonna
with the
be
10
able to
months,
close
man.
it out
Appreciate you
even
doing that.
bigger. And once we hit that playoff
Thank you
stage,
very
man,
much,
we're
man.
gonna
Appreciate the Prime.
We're gonna be locked in, and I just can't wait for that.
There's a need for them to be locked in. You heard Valen there talking about it. The leader for G2, he finds himself down 4 rounds. Maybe the defensive side will have a little bit more to contribute.
All right,
Yeah,
we're going to talk about pistols. 1-0 pistols. It's a must-win pistol for G2. They got to win double pistol here.
Against a team like Heretics that rides momentum so well that really just seems to pounce on any moment of weakness that's shown.
Yeah.
They're going to smother that.
And just that one door tap alone from Boo, it keeps all 4
Yeah,
players.
and they wanted to
and this contact here as well.
maybe with
And that allows Heretics to already be leaning
wanted to
towards
make
the
this
C
a
side.
hard kill spot.
And
What I'm
they're just gonna
saying.
explode on Leaf.
Prowler goes in. Problem with this
Yeah,
Prowler
some
is it
mutual
doesn't
setup
clear back
here.
a rubble. They think there's still a question mark
Armor.
over towards here.
And a
That's why they
classic.
keep 3 people here.
Plenty
Sees a
spotted.
lot.
We'll dodge the fault line. Pop his nano, but that's
It's a
really
free,
all he can
it's
do.
a free site,
He
really.
does his damnedest, but that's it.
The
You'll take
rotations
this.
are not quite here yet for G2, so this should be a 5-on-5 post plant versus retake.
Spike planted.
And they get the most important. I feel like this is really important. You know, I talked about this box being important for
No, it's
after
just
plant.
2
I feel like
ghosts.
this place
And there's
that
no util for Heretics right
this
now,
place
so
that
it's
Woot
just
is in is really
aim.
important, so everyone can play off it
Warrior
as
1
well.
for 1 here. G2 really having a hard time trying to control this. But they continue to push
Whoa.
forward, and finally we're starting to see the tides turn.
Good plant for this.
Trent and Jonah P both so weak
Yeah,
though.
they're so low. Gotta hit some
I need a
shots.
funny look drops them both.
One enemy
The spam's
remaining.
coming through. Trent will fall. Jonah P with 15 HP decides
Hey,
he tries
lovely,
to
we
take
get
the
a
fight
pistol
to
each.
Heretics, and there's not much more he can do.
Heretics, the mechanics are on point. In
Per
that post plant, they
_Solus
understood they
as
had
well
no
with the Prime.
utility,
Thank
so
you
they
very
had
much,
to play
man.
a little bit more
Thank
up,
you for doing that. And
maybe
Kersley
try
with the Prime as well.
bait
Thanks
out
for the
some
11 months.
utility close up and
Thanks
then
for saying
fall
that, and
back
thank you for
and
the
ultimately
support as
play
well,
that
bro.
mound area. And at that point, you just spam. Hope that your teammates didn't have chip damage. That's
Kiwi
exactly what
_we as well with
happened.
the Prime.
did it
Thank you
beautifully.
very much.
And the trades in the beginning were in the
Yeah, it's
favor
pretty
of
cool, man. We
G2.
never really get to
When
have
it
like
came down to the actual site
coach
look,
insight from like the actual team midway through. Even though they can't reveal too much, it's
They're pouncing again, Dre. This feels like this one's getting out of hand.
they're not allowing G2 to breathe at all.
wow.
Leaf, the only one with upgraded weaponry.
They're allowed
arsenal towards
2
C.
About 2 deaths. Don't get any rifles.
this
This is
annoying
more
habit
just a
door.
buy because
They're doing
sometimes
such a good
maybe they
job
like
of
to buy
just-
this or outlaw. I'm not
I
entirely
mean,
sure.
smothering and introducing doubt into G2.
It's a different one because normally people go for
And
rifles
they're
here.
also setting up the
But
future
this is,
halves.
like, less
Heretics love to
risky.
do this with their defaults. And that's a
Benji
huge
tanks a
kill.
shot. Leaf hit the shot, but
Benji
armor
Fishy.
diff.
And G2 at this moment,
everyone just cuts. We give a smoke over towards C to create pressure. Benji's going to go all of this. And these guys aren't going to commit. They're going to make sure that if they need to, they can go back. When Benji calls the site is free, you're going to see him go back. G2 probably know this, so they want to start getting a little bit aggro.
It seems like that's what they're going to try to do. Clown falls to the hands of the Outlaw. You already see the rotation
Benji calls him back.
From G2.
I mean, it's just good fundamental play, Doug.
Yeah, the one thing though is, I mean, G2's
it really is. It's the human drone, right? These people can be human drones. You got the ghost, you got the armor, you can take the 1v1s, you can scout out the sites, you die. Worst case, you give him a ghost.
Nade could be really massive.
Holds it. I thought he was going to strike a little bit sooner. He was waiting for the suck.
One enemy remaining.
But it's still just not enough. G2 will go down in this round with a whimper as Heretics get to 10.
A really good anti-eco, just fundamentally sound gameplay right now from Heretics. They show the same A default as they showed on the pistol round.
Okay,
they
very
the door
nice.
The same way.
And
they cut
the bonus
noise. That allows Benji Fishy to see what's going on at C.
It's decent.
And then
It's
once
not insane.
kill,
It's decent.
This
is interesting.
Call his team back.
They know about this, right? Yeah, they still have three people that can get one shot.
But the problem is he could have been anywhere. He could have been pushed up and spawned.
And the call is to go aggro over towards A for both teams. We have 8 people dueling on A.
So much time to re-clear that space, and looks like it's going to be a fight for A control here from both sides.
This has the opportunity of getting messy. Boo takes a fair amount of damage.
Whoa,
to
man.
And the dog come out as kills are traded 1 for 1, but Trent finally getting on the scoreboard in a massive way.
I can understand it. I mean, the fade util caught so many.
Step up big. Needing to just get on the board, honestly, get some confidence going for himself. And he did just that.
Wait, was that Trent's first kill?
Nade soars by.
Player standing.
Wood falls. And Patatek can't be too
Oh,
far off.
really? I didn't even notice for a whole half.
Though, so far, Doug. 14 and 5 right now.
Like, normally I actually try and avoid saying it, but I didn't actually notice this one.
Not that good.
Yeah.
Okay, they got a 1 death, so it's a lovely...
That round would have been completely different if we didn't have the Outlaw towards the end.
Yeah, I was thinking this. Especially with like the raise that should be going over towards Robble as well if you want to go out.
For G2, you still have to execute it, and they did.
I mean, it's something that we knew that they wanted to do. I think, yeah, it's simply a case of we had an Outlaw. We should have probably just given it to Benji, though.
And that vault line going towards that slant area, like right in front of that broken door, I mean, that could be crucial in taking this space because we saw all the players of G2 kind of flooding to just be in that area and take gunfights that way. Yeah. This is what you see right now. You see Rians just holding that fault line out.
Icy consistently tucks in that spot that you were mentioning, and they're wise to it.
Okay, so we got a relatively big round, especially for Heretics in terms of their money. Ren's 1 away from all. So right now everyone's talking about the orbs. Probably why we're getting full info over towards C as well. Leaf, Outlaw, 1, 2, dude, 3 people that Leaf can one-shot. Who takes the duel fast? Could be Raze.
Tapping the door like that. Does G2 read into this and understand that it's fake? They need to re-clear this A and get the info so they can lean.
That was a big cue right there.
That is a double as well. Benji swings fast, Woot at the same time, tanks it. Would have been a double without the heavy armor.
Where Boo is taking a little bit of space, contacting his way further and further towards A. The wall goes up and Heretics forced to try to find a way past it. The satchel, the eye.
What a shot.
Jonah P. Crispy
lovely round.
A second falls.
Dude, Leaf is a monster with the Outlaw.
Couldn't quite get it out, huh?
Found a little bit of space here. A tap to bait the swing. Rians goes forward.
Really well handled from G2 here. I mean, this is giant down to Leaf and potentially just the person that swung fast.
For G2. And getting up numbers just ultimately allowed G2 to paint a better picture of what Heretics wanted to do.
Hello, Chris. How we doing?
Cosmetic stun right here. Go figure. But still, great crosshair plays from Jonah P.
Yeah, 1000%.
So once more, we're going to see Leaf on the Outlaw going up against Ecos. Already building up towards a KJ ult.
Oh, this time he's not playing C. Like we've seen the last couple of times. Unfortunate for him too, because they were
It's starting to be a
prepared for it. They had
little
the
bit
ball line,
scary.
had the fade eye.
Good news is, and they're planning ahead, right? They're making sure that Wu can hopefully be one away, or at least get their, well, hopefully get his ult online for next round and potentially be one away.
Leaf not able to land the first shot. Alarm bot goes down.
Wow, a little bit of C pressure, popped everything.
Forcing
Double
stalemate.
Molly, Viper
good
Molly,
job from
and the
Heretics to
Omen
bait out
Flash
that
as well.
Killjoy utility on that C side of the map. I mean, maybe now if they want to go back A,
Bro,
push
you2
Icy
used
and
so
Trent off
much
of these
util
lines,
to stop
they might
that
have an
and
opportunity
that
for
C
Fishy
hit.
to get a lurk through C. That's why you're seeing them leave him here.
Yeah,
on
they
this
actually did.
mountain
I mean, it's
area of
something
the map.
I
Yeah,
think
try to
they
catch a timing like he did a couple
they
rounds
do
ago.
quite
where he's
often, I
so
think.
far up.
they'd rather you didn't come in at all than
As soon as
like
that
catch
wall
you on the
goes down,
utility.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them saw them.
That's
Now
huge.
the
They
dog
hear
will
a
bring
fair
some
amount.
presence.
Stun into
Remember, they don't
Prowler
really have
into
guns here.
stun. Didn't hear anything. Didn't hit
Invest the
anyone, so
fault
you can just
line.
take
They've
sight.
got util back
Isn't
onto the
too
site.
bad with the sheriffs at the
No
moment.
ults on
It's
the
going to
side.
be
G2
interesting
speak
if
of
they
Dirty,
decide
1
to
point
use
away,
this
but
or
that's
not.
really it.
Fade gets another orb.
Still a lot of good
Double
utility
cage
for
to
G2
create
for this
pressure.
retake.
Reach damage is
Guns
nice.
certainly help.
Reach damage is
This has
nice.
the potential to get messy,
Whoa,
but they
what
must
the
be
hell was that
careful.
kill? What the hell was that kill in the middle of that? Did he
it
just
was
jumping
messy for
right click in
sure.
long range?
But the gun advantage is just too much. And I like that idea from the side of G2. I mean, they're cycling utility on C.
Navardo
It's
Snavis,
very
thank you so
standard,
much
right?
the
Getting
whole year
wall
as
up
well.
on A, trying to get some
Thank you for
spam
being here,
through the
man.
wall,
Appreciate you doing that.
and then Icy just
And
giving
Sam
up that
Nilsson as
site.
well with the prime.
He's
Thank
been
you so much for the
so good on this map so far. I'm so impressed with him. I mean, from the start of the season that he's had, joining this team
To now.
late and to being on an international stage, doing what he's doing right now,
Yeah, the kid has shown a ton of poise.
that causes a timeout for the side of Team Heretics.
Ban saying that man is a
good
yapper.
understanding
I look over at chat for the
of how
first
they
time in a
wanna play
while and
these
I see a
retake
ban
scenarios.
saying that man is a
Icy
yapper.
knows that. Why not just
That's so
give up
good.
the entire A site there?
Dude, you still have the
Let them
timeout
use
thing,
all their
right?
utility to
You
take
guys
it,
have enough
and
points?
Then you have the advantage in the retake because not only do
Guys
you have
have
gun
enough
advantage,
points, you
but
can time
you
them
have
out.
util advantage on top of that.
Right.
When you're running a breach
trying to
round,
instigate
you
or
kinda have to
anything,
use the
but-
utility to get in.
Yeah.
You can't really hold on to it much. And with the way Rians has been playing this map so far,
I'm just saying, bro, there it is.
piece after piece after piece, layering it.
Respect.
3 rounds a difference maker in this opening map of best of 3 with playoffs on the line.
Sinus, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you with the
And
14
I wonder
months.
now if we're just going to see a full commit after this A default from Heretics, because a lot of these rounds, other than the anti-eco round, they've been taking that A space.
That's messed
they've been
up, dude. I
tapping
just
the door
reminded
and
people
just
about
leaving,
what you
going
can
back
do on
towards
the
C, where Leaf has
my
been
stream.
having a
That's
deep
fine,
line.
right?
So I wonder if maybe now they just decide to do a full commit into that tree area, with that fault line and maybe breach alt the site.
Okay,
Maybe Boo with a TP or
I'm
something
out
like that. It
3 in a
explains why they
row.
invested the time
Another
in
round
Neutral
where
away
if they
from
don't get a
having his
plan, they're not going to be able to
And
buy
then
next,
up
but
in
we
the
got a
hand
lot
for
of ults, and the plans
he's
probably
gonna
should
be
be good for the
playing A.
ults. One away from Razor.
He's
One
gonna
away from
face them
Razor,
right here.
G2 did a, Heretics did a
Hey,
timeout,
macro
so
wise
G2
here, we should be
decided to
winning
go
the round.
aggro.
A spam
Yeah,
through the
very
wall.
much so.
G2
So,
have been opening
this is
the
a good
door up,
call
but it's
anyway,
been
right? It's like a
riflers.
double
Are
win for
Heretics gonna be ready
G2.
for this operator?
Heretics call the timeout.
He's going to be given a sliver.
Heretics call a timeout and they decide to go
Nice.
aggro. 3-person push, 1-person push. No matter what, they can take away the orb from the team that wants the orb to get Razor. They get info over
Heretics should
towards
have a good
A.
idea now that this
Got
is a
Killjoy.
retake, potentially, and Leaf almost gets his head taken clean off.
Oh, now this is going to be hard
Narrow miss.
retake.
Yeah.
This
We're
is
using a
really
bit too much
nice
utility on our
they
bomb
can
site
do
that
all
we
this
know is
without
clear,
having to
by the
invest
way.
Rian's ult.
Yeah?
This post plan is going to get
Yeah.
so much stronger.
Spike planted.
Like based off of
Trip
like what
breaks,
they
you're
did,
gonna
what
see
we saw with
Heretics
the sniper
wanting
camera
to
towards
push
C,
up
like
towards
we know
spawn.
the bomb site clear.
Is
How
it
do
not
we know
because
that?
you have breach ult so you
You
feel
already
okay
see them
doing it?
positioning for it.
Yeah, the problem is they don't really know how many are on the other side.
Yeah,
Only one
I mean,
gun
it's
is
not a
fired,
bad
only
thing, right?
One set of utility has been seen, now seeing 3. So they know this is where the majority of the ult is coming from.
It's never
That
bad to
forces
use
the
utility,
road
Nothing
to
to,
go back spawn. And now G2 have an opportunity.
Maybe
to
and the
push
smoke
from
comes
their
out and blocks
defensive
this off
side,
and it's
but
a
the
done
first
round.
already falls. Wood
Smoke
on
comes
the
out,
swing.
blocks this off, it's a done round.
And Omen Smoke
That's nice.
keeping back. The spike has been ticking for a couple of seconds now.
Oh, it's
I
too
don't.
hard.
Yeah, I don't think G2 have a
Yeah,
time
they
to
want a
end.
really important duel over
That's so well
towards
done by Heretics.
spawns.
Dream Seer. My ult is ready.
Their reactions were
breach
good.
utility
Like,
is
your reactions
so
to taking
good
spawn here
from
was nice,
Rians.
though.
Yeah, I think it's because we saw them pushing 3C and they either pushed through, which I guess was implied because they broke our trap. Yeah, no, it's good.
Tawit with the 1 month, thank you so much with the 21 months, sorry, with the tier 1, thank you for that.
Double to his name right now.
And that's what we were talking about at the beginning, right? If they can get through that exec and he still keeps the ult, that secures it. Yep. And that's exactly what they did. Also, the comms in that instance, for them to be that crispy and that clean, it's really impressive because, again, as soon as those 3 pieces of ult util came out, they understood where the retake was coming from. That's a snap decision right there from Rienz.
Yep, and it's going to be this A brawl from both sides.
This time Heretics actually have Woot here, though.
Icy's dead.
Whoa!
Oh, but Jonah P strikes back.
Holy hell, what the hell is this round? We've got an Omen ult if they want to... What the hell is going on?
Of course it is. This series wouldn't suggest otherwise. Leaf trying to dance in and out of the door, trying to provide a little bit of cover for Trent. And it's Boo who falls with ult and Spike. He will get away.
And we can just take a breath right now.
Good plant. It's a good plant for Mound. Does he wanna TP somewhere and go somewhere else? Oh.
Spotting one, potentially both. Boo takes a step back. Giving position away, not once but twice, and now they invest a lockdown to secure.
Damn, they invest a Killjoy ult. Could maybe take that as a win as well, though.
And that's another for G2.
I would rather they invested than lose the round, though. Dude, what a crazy round. I mean, there's just a 9-person brawl over towards A.
Panatech's utility was hitting Trent in that moment, but Leaf just jiggling, constantly pre-firing, tagging up Panatech so he can't push all the way up. Good teamwork and good trading from G2. And Jonah P, you mentioned it.
Yeah, Jonah did incredible.
Was an animal in this round. It was looking like disaster for the side of G2 up until that moment. Heretics countered the rollout of Icy.
The guy had nowhere to go. Speaking of Icy, op in hand. And a PK. They're not going to put
Everyone's got to be careful here. Is this not a giant money round? I mean, 2 people from G2 have a lot of money. A lot of ults. I mean, a lot of ults. We've got 7 ults at the moment. I like this from Heretics. They got shut down over towards fast A, but they go back and go fast A, even though they got wrecked here. Fade ult gets invested. And that probably means that we want to use a lot of ult. It's only Boo at the moment taking the hit. Pop Razor here.
And both rockets up and online. The chaos ensues as Wu gets 2.
Oh.
Posted up backside to get a 3 or 3rd, not able to get the 4th as Leaf is there on the trade.
Yeah, and Boo's probably like, I want this gun, but at the same time shouldn't overextend for it.
Planted, and options limited for G2.
And it almost feels
I need to see a replay. There was so much going on.
You do have money for the next round, but if you lose this round, Heretics is on match point.
Can he try to scoop up the op? Maybe?
Yeah, and Boo's like, well, I want a gun. I can at least go for this.
He's gonna challenge it.
Yeah, he gets it, tries to get out.
It.
Yeah, and Leaf's like, well, I can't get that up anymore. And Boo drops the gun and just pushes forward, so even he doesn't want the op. But does Leaf now get it?
Oh, where'd it go?
Yeah, he's miles away. Okay, respect. He dropped it just a little bit further away.
Heartbreak for G2. And Heretics in these post-plant scenarios. Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, they just take the
Was there not a Tether here? Oh no, from the Fade. Wait, surely a Fade should have got an assist for some of that.
If you give all the space, they have an answer for it.
I swear they're in a Tether there.
So hard to play against this Heretics team with how they're playing the map so far.
They've been so impressive this tournament. I know it's early, but they look really freaking good, man.
And it's not the Woot show that it was yesterday. I mean, this is the Initiator show. It's so impressive.
Honestly, it feels like a complete effort. We've talked about
4 chances to close this one. And G2 still have okay money. There's like 2 people that may be a little bit wrecked, but they have the gun.
Yeah, so explosive at the end there.
Yeah.
Even that last shot, you know, after he gets those rocket kills. Yeah. So snappy with it. And you're totally right, it has been a full unit doing things together. I mean, even Boo on that defensive side, he had so much value living. Just the mere fact of not dying gave his team so much value on that defensive side. That being said, Jonah P will have the Viper's Pit online and potentially invest it right away onto the C. Maybe try to
They
funnel
wanna
Heretics into going A
punish
or B.
over towards B.
Yeah, potentially. We'll
The
see
call.
what the call is. There was a timeout.
Heretics. Looks like they're doing different
in between
pathing
this.
over
Now we'll
towards A.
potentially face with
They're
the last
expecting
round
some
up
kind of
and out.
aggro A. So is this like the double Omen TP or?
Jonah
No,
P
not
choosing to
even.
hold
Just
on
the
to
smoke
alpha
that
now.
blocks vision here with the fade eye
Dicey's
behind it.
inserted. Now
When you do this fade eye
Fade
there, you got to be scared that someone is behind this. Teams have been doing this more and more.
How do
This
Heretics
this smoke
respond
to
to
get out.
this?
And I think G2, they want to try to fight Heretics as they're running up lane here with this Omen Flash. You're going to see the Viper Wall potentially come up and then isolate just the straight fights in the lane.
What's the contact here? The alarm bot?
Yeah.
As soon as the alarm bot goes off, the panel goes down.
The thing
Exactly.
is,
Paranoia goes out.
this guy's just going to
But this is a new look from
180.
Heretics Dog.
Oh, oh my God.
Oh, they thought they set the
Oh
trap,
no
and
way!
did.
They went to
It
go
looked like
split
Heretics
B.
were ready
That's
for
so
it.
funny.
But
I was
G2
thinking they were at
strike.
least going to go close and
Benji Fishy's gotten
poke
out
over
onto
towards
the side,
site.
but he's alone. B getting a fadeaway kill onto Valen. Looking for a second on a
Whoa!
Jonah P.
How's this turned?
Last player
Oh, what a
standing.
tragic way for this to go. But Benji Fishy
The
still
2v5 at its
with a
peak.
fighting chance.
So 1v2 now.
He's got to scoop up the spike.
66
Or just frag
HP.
his way through. Icy's
30
weak.
seconds
Trent is
left.
not. But remember, he has struggled this map. He
Nicely
will
done from
connect here,
G2.
and we will play at least
4
another
chances
round.
into 3. Slowly
And
count it
another
down.
good round for Icy, holding it down. The spray down once that door breaks.
I mean, that was just G2 having a having a perfect setup for what was going on. Like the alarm bot and
See if we take another
they
look at
might
that
even be
again.
doing the same thing, to be
Because
honest.
again, the idea is the intentions
Problem is
were
they
there
don't
for
have the
both
Viper
teams.
ult to hold down C.
And
The
the Omen
fault line
Flash.
calls out the flash, and that's what it was. That was so clean. We talked about the alarm bot potentially being contact. No, it was the fault line that triggered everything.
Yeah.
Bye for
Yeah,
Heretics.
so they
not
go for the
great here.
exact same setup.
2 sheriffs.
But they did see 3 people here. So do
another
they
AD fault
know
from
about the
Heretics.
setup and now they're going to
But once they
contact?
sniff
That would
out
be
this
very
Killjoy
impressive if they
utility,
contact in
They're going to
time.
have an understanding that potentially he's alone. And we've seen how deadly Heretics are. Leaf
Uh-oh.
can't go
Whoa!
anywhere.
He's got nowhere to go.
Whoa! Where are you meant to
Somehow
go?
manages to
Nothing on
dodge
top of
all
this
of it
though. Does he hear him on
Without taking a
sight?
single lick of
Leaf
damage.
tucked in. This is a gun to potentially pick up.
Meanwhile,
That's a
again,
huge kill from
a
Wu.
gunfight at the door.
Everyone can go door. I think you just leave
An
Patty
advantage
here.
wave. Heretics, they've upgraded weapons. Trent
No,
jumped his
guys,
way
the
out into his death.
spacing.
Patatek with 2.
That was bad from them.
Jonah P in a 1v4.
I cannot believe this is the way that this
It
all
wasn't even
happened.
bad from
Unless you
Trent.
pull off the
It's just the
miracle.
fact like both of them take the blame here.
It would have to be clinical.
Because Trent's doing an okay thing of jumping out to get the trade, but like to enable
He's
the
gotta
trade.
isolate
But
here on the first. He knows there's at least one close by. 10 HP
Gotta-
left, and
they
that
gotta have
triggers
better
the fall, and
timing,
there's
better
nowhere
spacing
for
with
Jonah
that.
P to go. In the face of an attempt at a comeback, Heretics hold strong.
And who else to close out the map than Reigns?
hey, solid first map.
What a nice map from